Hey, it's Corey with LS Concrete Coatings. One thing that we learned when we were first starting out is we always tend to have problems with these pour spouts ripping, separating, and coming completely off of the bucket. And for the rest of the bucket, unless you bought a new lid or a new bucket, you kind of out of luck, right? So the simple, stupid thing that we have started doing, and it's worked great for several years now, is you just don't put them down. If you're going to open up a bucket, and once the spout's up, arrange it, store it, put it in a manner that you don't have to ever put it down again. Once you do that, you'll have a lot less problems with rip spouts, and hopefully everything will go much smoother from then forward. So another thing that we've run across over the years is, have you ever had your lids get stuck on your buckets? Something that can help with that is actually label the bucket, the top to each. This is part B, so we've got a B on there. The other thing that happens, get up here and look at this. You can see this one's not bad yet, but you can see it starts to form on this part B for the base coat. It starts to form a crust around, and once that crust gets too thick and it starts to form on the inside of there, you can see it forming already. As it forms in there, then what'll happen is, when you close that bucket and it gets hot, you come back, you go to open it. When you go, it twists the entire spout. When it twists it too far, because somebody's impatient, then you're going to rip it. Once you rip it, now you've got problems, right? So preventative maintenance on that would be making sure that the correct lid goes back on the correct bucket. 2, taking a knife or something and just knocking that buildup out of here, and just taking a rag or something and wiping off this top portion. You can use a little bit of acetone, don't have to soak it, but you can just wipe that stuff off, or just knock off that loose debris. That'll help tremendously. And the other thing is, if you do happen to get one that's stuck, then you can use a pair of pliers. I'm going to grab a pair of pliers and show you what to do with the pliers and on how to get it back off. All right, so if your lid does happen to get stuck on the bucket, then what you can do is just take your pliers, open them up, put them as close to the bottom of the lid as possible, gently squeeze it so that you're not putting a lot of pressure and ripping down here, and you can get to the point where you can actually peel that top off. That can help save the spout. Doesn't always work, but once you get pretty good at it, it's been a while since I've done it, but once you get pretty good at it, that works really well. So a lot of these things that I'm sharing are going to seem pretty obvious to a lot of people, but it's some of those things that if you've never worked with chemicals before, if you're new to this, maybe you've been doing it a long time, maybe you just haven't thought about it. Honestly, just trying to start, share some information, see if we can't help where we can help. Hope you guys are having a good day. Appreciate it.